Hello, everyone. So, I decided to break my silence. Um, as you know, I've been a weight loss channel since I started, and then kind of transitioned away from weight once I hit goal. Now it's a little bit back on the radar. So, in the spirit of that, I thought I'd give my thoughts about two of the more popular YouTubers who sort of have weight loss channels, but whose weight has been largely at the center of their channels. And of course, I'm talking about Amberlynn Reid and Chantal. The Chantal Show, Foodie Beauty, whatever she's going by. Now, to put this in perspective, I did a video like 2 days ago about being nice. And so, in the spirit of that, I'm going to try to be nice in discussing this. It's not my goal to tear either of them down. There's a lot of people who do that, and sometimes they do it in a way that's kind of funny, and sometimes they do it in a way that's kind of mean. So, put all that aside. Now, I came onto the two of them through a reaction channel originally, and the reaction channel was going over some of their videos as they've gone off and on their weight loss plans, journeys, gotten dietitians, gone on crash diets, smoothie fasts, all that kind of stuff. And the reactor was Zachary Michael, who I adore. I have a very transparent crush every time I have him on, and Mark walks by, he's like, totally fake. Zachary seems cool. So he was watching both of them. So as I was watching them, I thought, well, I know reaction videos are edited, and editing can make any of us look like garbage. So let me go back to their channels and go check them out. So whenever there would be a reaction video, I'd go back and look at the original video. And the original video was usually less flattering than the cuts that were done in the reactions. So I'll give you an example for Amberlynn. There was a 3-part series she did called Struggling Being Me. Now, just that on the surface is suspect to me. Struggling Being Me. That sounds so, lets everybody feel bad for me, kind of. And the things that were listed in that video were just, most of them were just side effects of morbid obesity. And so I was like, and then I watched a lot more of Amberlynn's channel, and hers is more like a vlogger, and she's a lot more about like her relationship with her partner, Becky, and stuff like that. And so then I was turned on to Chantal at the same time, and she had changed the premise of her channel in like the month I was following her 2 or 3 times. There was like mukbangs, and then there was this vegan thing, and then there was some other stuff going on, and she was doing weight loss, and then she was going to do like a smoothie challenge, and then there was this water fast. It was all really close together. It was really quick. And in the middle of all that, there was this other couple stories, like embarrassing facts. There were a few videos about embarrassing facts. And I'm going to relate myself to Chantal right now, because there's that old thing that goes around. You hear it in circles, and maybe it's true and maybe it's horseshit, but the things you hate about other people are the things you really hate about yourself. Now, like I said, sometimes maybe there's truth to that, and sometimes it's total horseshit, because I'm sure there's plenty of people that don't like Chantal that are not like her at all. I'm positive of that, in fact. But one of the things it seems like she does is she's very attention-seeking. Now, when your full-time gig is YouTube, that's not always a bad thing, but it seems like she'll go any route for the attention. If I can't get attention eating, I'll get attention by storytelling. And if these stories don't get attention, I'll tell more in-depth, more gross, sometimes, stories. Now, here's where I can relate to her, but also not. I have plenty of content on my channel that is a little risque. Not in a sexual way, but I had a very sordid life. Between addiction, mental illness, eating disorders, there is plenty of gross stuff to talk about between being a bulimic alcoholic. And I don't know if I've ever put anything out there that was as graphic as getting fucked by a homeless man. I don't. What would be more interesting to me as a viewer would not be putting out there that I spread it for a bum. but more, what was my thinking going into that? What compelled me to do it? Um, because that's a little more something I'd be curious about, you know. Um, and there was like the Fat Girl files. I saw some of those, and they were a little bit, um, getting things stuck here and there, getting toilet paper stuck in different areas. I'm not mad at her. Life happens, and sometimes I think some of those things really happen to her and sometimes they don't. And again, that's something I see in her, that if she is doing that, I've exaggerated before. Honesty is probably something I do now that's maybe to a fault. I should probably have a little more shame or dignity in the things that I share, but uh, I think she puts it out there for shock value, and the shock value would I'd be more interested in the motives of what she was doing and not the actual act. But so I don't know. I guess if I had to put the two side by side, and I said this in a comment on another person's video where they were talking about it, I have a little more of a soft spot for Amberlynn than I do for Chantal. And this was another thing I had noticed. It seems like Amberlynn, I believe YouTube is her full-time gig too, enjoys making videos. She looks like she's having a decent time. She's filming stuff. Her lifestyle is not how I would choose to live. I don't mean the gay thing. I'm LGBTQIA too. But the eating out and all that stuff, and a lot of her day sounds like it surrounds food. And food's great. I love food. I didn't get fat, by not eating. But her whole day, and then all the complications from being so overweight, from being like 350 pounds or 400 pounds overweight, that wouldn't be for me. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't care if I was getting 100,000 views in a day on all my videos. It wouldn't be worth the trade-off for quality of life. It wouldn't be for me. But looks like, minusing my judgment of that, she looks like she's having an okay time. If I had to guess, as a person who has a history with mental health concerns and, personality quirks, to say the least, in the idea of trying to explain or excuse their curious behaviors, I know Amberlynn was like on medication or taking medication at one point, on and off. She would set like an alarm to take it, and it was just happened to be in the middle of all her videos. But she had mentioned that type of thing before. And she says little stuff here and there where she'll say something like parasuicidal and then take it back like it was a joke. And so I feel like there's something probably brewing under there. The happy flighty fat girl thing might be just a little bit of a show. I think it's a certain kind of... Again, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. So that either disqualifies me or lets you know how, not professional my assessment is. So this is just one person's opinion as someone who's been in circles with folks who have mental health concerns. I think she might have something brewing under the surface. The cause, I can't guess. She's mentioned a few things that other people say has contributed to their stuff. Chantal, I couldn't even guess. I think it's just part of her personality. Like I said, in reaction videos, they can be edited. But on your own content, on your own channel, we do our own filming. We do our own editing. We are portrayed exactly as we want to be. And if we don't want to be seen that way, we either don't make the content or we don't post the damn video. So if you don't like the way you look on your channel and you say, yeah, I can see how it would have been seen that way, you filmed it and posted it. That's how it was meant to be seen. So, yeah. Okay, as I'm going along here, I'm maybe not being as nice about Chantal, but I find it frustrating when watching her videos, especially where she rants about other people who have criticism for her. She comes with a lot of venom for people, and she does like a low blow. She'll go for family. She'll go for kids, with other people when she makes insults and things like that. And that's not okay. I know that, what's the saying? Hurt people hurt people. So if you've been hurt, you go hurt. And just because she may come off as a like kind of maybe self-righteous, uh, there's a lot of other expletives people might use for her. That doesn't mean she's not hurting too. So it's possible that both things are going on at the same time. She may be really hurt and not doing well, and act like, I'm not calling her a bitch, act like a bitch at the same time. So who knows what's really going on? You know, it's not for me to guess. Well, no, I can guess, I can speculate, but it's not for me to say I know. Put it that way. So that's my 2 cents on the two biggies that get a lot of observations made about them. Again, I don't hate either of them. I watch their channels enough, and I watch their reaction channels a lot. I don't watch as much of Michael B. Petty, so I can't really comment good or bad about the kind of things that he says in his reactions. I do watch a lot of Zachary Michael. His original content's pretty good too. And his reactions, I think, are a little more tough-lovey type fare. But I know Chantal has come for him before with copyright and maybe bullying and other stuff, and YouTube usually takes it all the way to the end, and he usually comes out on the right side of that. So after that assessment, I feel more comfortable. I feel like, see, it's been verified. It's not considered bullying. He's not taking advantage. So, I mean, I feel a little better about watching his content. So that's all I have for the moment. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Get the alerts. If you need more info about me being nice, go back and watch my video about how it's good to be nice on YouTube, too. And please leave some comments, and I will catch up with y'all soon. Bye!